Hello everybody, and welcome to another War of the Spark draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Before I dive into the draft, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If this video gets to 50 thumbs up, 50, I will be doing a written draft analysis and posting it to the community tab of my channel. If you want to have access to the community tab, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel, join the team, and also get access to that little bit of bonus content. I also sometimes post polls there where I ask for feedback on the channel, so that's a great way to become more involved in the community. And finally, if you have any questions at all about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below, or if you just want to say hello. And yeah, if you want to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv /NicolaiBolas. Thank you so much, Slayer Casey, for the subscription. Thank you for sharing that Twitch Prime and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. But yeah, if you want to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv /NicolaiBolas. But without further ado, let's get into the draft. I have been going pretty in-depth and have been getting good feedback. People have been liking the in-depth analysis, and so we're going to try and keep that up. But so I was a little bit excessive, I think, in my first one, potentially. I had like a 45-minute draft portion, which maybe is a bit too long, because I did talk about every single card. So for the first couple packs, I'll talk about most of the cards, but then I'll just narrow in on the ones of my colors. Parhelion 2. This card is really good if you get an attack in with it, but it's very hard to do that because it does cost 8 mana, and you do have to have 4 power worth of creatures in play by the time you get this out. That being said, it is a great ramp payoff. There aren't all that many great ramp payoffs. There's not like anything that costs more than 6 at common or uncommon, I don't think. So Parhelion II is definitely a cool card to try out. And it's one of those cards that might play out better than it looks. Generally speaking, if you have a card that costs more than 6 mana, you want to dedicate some slots in your deck to ramp, because you can't just cast it in a normal game of limited, because 8 mana is so much. Parhelion II, I think, is Parhelion 2. You beat it in sealed. That's impressive, not me. But I think it just costs too much mana to be the pick here. Augur of Bolas is a fine card, but I generally want to have the spells before I take Augur of Bolas, because there are going to be a decent amount of decks that don't have a tons of instants and sorceries, and then a 2-mana 1/3 is not good. So if this draws you a card like half the time, and I'm estimating if you have like 6 or 7 instants and sorceries, that'll be half the time. That's just roughly in my head, but I don't think Augur of Bolas is going to be the pick here. Dovin is a card that did a little bit better than I thought it would when I did try it out in my last draft, but it's still not a card I'm super hyped to play, and I don't have a ton of experience with it, so I don't really want to first pick it. Merfolk Skydiver is the type of card that if this was a guild set where Simic was one of the guilds, this card would be way better. 2 mana 2/2 flyer that can then proliferate onto all your stuff with for an activated ability is incredible. It might still be the pick in this pack just because of how good that is. I'm just going through the uncommons first. But Merfolk Skydiver is definitely a card that if this set was a guild set like the last set, like if Simic was one of the 5 supported archetypes, I'd probably just be taking the Merfolk Skydiver. Needs proliferate. It can work up by itself too. Then the commons that are noteworthy in this pack. Teo's Light Shield has actually been impressive to me. Just getting your proliferate enabled is pretty nice. Aven Eternal has been great. Evasion is good, and it comes with a 1/1 or an extra counter on your army, which is also very good. Probably the best common. It's probably better than Kazmina's Transmutation. I was initially a little bit higher on Kazmina's Transmutation, but there's a lot of creatures with counters, so Kazmina's gets a lot worse. Then there's Bloom Hulk, which is a card that has been impressive to me as well. 4 mana 4/4 is already good, and then proliferating is just a great extra ability. So I think Bloom Hulk is one of the better green cards. And then Turret Ogre is pretty nice, and then Giant Growth is also a nice pump spell in limited. So this pick for me, the cards that I'm thinking about are Parhelion 2, just because I maybe want to try it out. Merfolk Skydiver, because it's probably the most powerful card in the pack. Aven Eternal and Bloom Hulk. I think Aven Eternal is a little bit better than Bloom Hulk. So I'm leaning towards the mono-colored card, the cheap card, the card that's going to make my deck a lot of the time, over the Merfolk Skydiver, which is much less likely to make my deck. If this was Ravnica Legions, I'd be probably just slamming the Merfolk Skydiver. But since this is a set where you need to be more flexible, I think I'm going to take either the Aven Eternal or just try out the rare. But I think I'm just going to start with the Aven Eternal, get me on a nice little start to the draft. Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi is a very good card. Instant speed, make a creature that's a 9/9. So this card is very good and definitely going to be the pick here. Yeah, not really much more to say other than this card's a card you should be taking first in your packs, and don't pass this one. It's one color. Yeah, it's definitely a bomb. It's a 5 mana 9/9 with haste. It's got haste if you have 6 lands in play, but I mean, this card is incredible. Definitely taking that here. I do want to mention some of the other cards. Angrath is one of the better 5 mana 9/9 haste flash. Yes, exactly. Though it only has haste if you have 6 lands, but still. Angrath is a very good uncommon. The hybrid planeswalkers are very good because they can be either red or black, so you're very likely to be able to play them. It gives your creatures menace, and evasion is very relevant in this format, so that's another extra ability. And then making army tokens is pretty nice as well. So Angrath is a pretty great uncommon. Tyrant Scorn, if you are blue-black, is quite nice. You can kill the smaller threats, bounce the bigger threats, bounce army tokens, kill army tokens, so very good card in the set. Huatli's Raptor, if you are white-green, is quite nice as well. But again, it suffers from the gold card problem that the Merfolk Skydiver does suffer from. Even though we are going blue card into green card, we could still just move off of the blue card or move off the green card. Chronic Triangular is a card that I do like. There's a decent number of large creatures, and it works nicely with the proliferate cards. New Horizons really does work well if you need to fix your mana, ramp your mana, and it can help you splash. And then Ashiok Skulker, being able to be unblockable, is pretty nice. I haven't actually tried Charmed Stray, but I will definitely at some point just go all out on Charmed Strays. But here we're just going to take the Bomb Rare. Okay, so this pack is interesting. It doesn't have any cards that immediately jump out to me as being very good, like Insane. D-Spark is a nice card, but it is very restrictive on your mana, and it's neither of the colors that I have already. Similar case with 10th District Legionnaire. It's like if you are playing Boros, it's a great card, very good in your deck, but I'm not really either of Boros' colors. Firemind's Vessel is interesting because it's very slow, and it's really maximized only if you are playing more than just 2 colors. But it can do some good work. Like if you have a card like Parhelion 2, then Firemind's Vessel becomes pretty good. Rising Populace impressed me the first time I played with it, though I think it was just overperforming. I think it's just a fine card, nothing insane. Callous Dismissal is an alright card. It has a lot of utility. It can bounce your own creatures. It can bounce your own planeswalkers to reset them. It can bounce army tokens. It's just overall a very flexible card, and a card that I'm pretty happy to play 1 copy of. Sky Theater Strix, a card I'm not super happy to play. 2 mana 1/2 flyer is just not a great blocker, and that's generally where I want to have I want my 2-drops to be able to play both sides of the ball. Heartfire is a pretty decent removal spell. The fact that it can hit planeswalkers is pretty good, but there aren't a ton of fodder creatures. If you are playing black-red, there's a couple of creatures that are okay to sacrifice, like Lazotep Reaver. But Heartfire overall, you're not going to have a ton of cards to sacrifice, so it makes it a little bit worse. The first copy is quite nice, though. And then there's a Crawl Stinger I could take. Overall, not a ton of impressive options. The cards I'm looking at here, I'm not really looking to take one of the gold cards because I'm neither of those colors, and the odds of me playing those are not very high. I'm looking at Callous Dismissal. I think that's going to be better than a Sky Theater Strix. Maybe just testing out a Heartfire, though Heartfire I don't think is a signal on MTG Arena. I saw one last pick, so I don't think it's a signal particularly. And then Crawl Stinger is just fine. Generally, if the cards are close, there's a tiebreaker where you just take the card of the second card you took, because that's where you have a signal. Like the Aven Eternal I first picked. The Crawl Stinger is just a card that and then the Awakening of Vitu Ghazi I got past, which means green's more likely to be open than blue. Also, the Awakening is better than the Aven Eternal, which means I would rather take the green card. So here I'm just going to take the Crawl Stinger over the Callous Dismissal. Okay. An interesting pick here. Pledge of Unity is an interesting card. If you can go wide, this card becomes quite nice. That being said, there's not really the tools to go wide that easily in this set. So Pledge of Unity, not necessarily insane. That being said, it's an instant speed pump spell for your entire team that gains you some life, so can't go too far wrong. That being said, it's another card that's a gold card, so that does hurt it a bit. Battlefield Promotion is quite nice because it works really well with Proliferate, and there's a decent number of cards you would want to be proliferating with. No Escape is a fine playable, not one I want to take super highly though. Yeah, I'm gonna get there eventually. Lazotep Reaver is a card that I'm really high on. I've been really liking playing with this card. 2 mana, essentially 2/3 spread across 2 bodies, and then later on it can buff your army or be just a couple of blockers and stuff like that. So Lazotep Reaver is very good. And then Vivian's Grizzly is a card that I'm pretty happy. It's a solid common. You don't necessarily want to be activating it in the early game, but later on, if you get up to 8 mana and you're playing this and you can just activate it twice a turn, you're going to get some pretty decent value. Even if you're only activating it once a turn, it's pretty decent. And it's my main color. So Vivian's Grizzly here is, I think, going to be the pick. Keep in mind that for those of you that have been watching my channel for a little bit longer, back in guild sets, I would just vary wildly and take gold cards all the time and stuff like that. But now that we're drafting a more normal, set where there's a lot more color combinations you can play, there's a general trend of it's very solid early on if you can kind of identify an open color and green's looking relatively open, and then you can kind of like figure out what's open secondary. Here I'm getting kind of white signals, kind of black signals, but not really necessarily blue signals. So we're just going to take the Vivian's Grizzly because we do want to maximize our odds of playing the Awakening. Paradise Druid is a great uncommon. Definitely going to be taking this out of this pack. It's mana ramp. It can add mana of any color, so if I want to splash something, it's great. And it has some hexproof, which is kind of upside, just added upside. There's also another Vivian's Grizzly in this pack, which maybe means green's even more open. Spellkeeper Weird has done decent work in the games I've played. It's not insane, but it's definitely a fine card. Thunder Drake is pretty good as well. Evasion's great in this set. And then Enforcer Griffin's a card that I think is quite good. It's a big flyer, and flying is very good in this set. Iron Bully has done decently as well, but this is just pretty clearly a Paradise Druid. And the next pick, I would take a Vivian's Grizzly to once again stick to green, but this is a great 2-drop and ramps me, and getting Planeswalkers out of turn early is quite nice. Okay, here let's see, Bond of Flourishing. Look at the top 3. Permanent. Okay, so the whiff rate on this is very low. You're pretty much going to get a permanent every time. You gain a little bit of life. You get some card selection. That being said, I don't really have any insane permanents, and my best card is not a permanent. So I don't necessarily just want to take a card that like spins my wheels, doesn't really do much. Other cards in this pack to keep in mind. No Escape is another blue card if I wanted to stay blue-green. Price of Betrayal I think is a pretty nice sideboard card. I don't really want to sideboard it, but I mean, I don't want to main deck it, but I would definitely think it's a good sideboard card. Another Charmed Stray. Pouncing Links if I wanted to be more of an aggressive deck, but I don't really have super aggressive cards. And I'm not in white yet. There's also a Steady Aim, which is a card that I'm not a super big fan of. Generally, combat tricks that only pump your power by 1 aren't very good for ambushing, and this is more of an ambush trick. If this was like +2/+3 or +2/+2, that'd be much better, I think. And then Tithebreaker Giant is a like fine value card, but nothing insane. I could see the cards I'm considering here are No Escape, Bond of Flourishing, though that's not really what I want to be taking. Pouncing Links, Steady Aim, or Tithebreaker Giant, maybe a Heartfire. I think we'll take. We could just hedge into white, get a couple of 2-drops, 3-drops. Oh man, this is tricky. This is very tricky. I think I'm choosing between these 2 cards. I think I'm just going to take the Pouncing Links. I think I can probably get a copy of No Escape, and you don't want to run too many copies of that type of effect. Soren's Thirst is fine. I'm much lower on the card than I was initially. There's a lot of removal spells in black, and this isn't one of the better ones. I'm much higher on a card like Enforcer Griffin or War Screecher. I think Enforcer Griffin's a little bit better because it's just a 5-mana 3/4 flyer, and 2-mana 1/3 flyers are generally like okay. The fact that this has an additional activated ability is nice, and it works nicely with the green-white uncommon, the one that puts a counter on all your creatures. But that being said, I don't have any of those, and I think I'm just going to start off by taking the Enforcer Griffin here and start moving towards more white cards. And now we have pretty interesting pick. Narset Partner Veils is fine. There is a decent whiff rate on this card. You're not going to have all that many instants and sorceries. It does find my best card, which is the Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi still, but I don't have any other hits for it, and I think I am starting to see a trend towards the white cards. So I think I'm going to choose between War Screecher and Pouncing Links here. One general tip is if you have a copy of a card, it's a lot of the times better to take a second copy if it's close, because then you can kind of build around it. So cards that are good with Pouncing Links, I can then just prioritize that type of card, like a card that'll put a counter on a creature. I think these cards are very close, and but I'm not sure if Pouncing Links. I think War Screecher might be a tiny bit better. So I'm not sure if I want to be, but just because Evasion is so good and Pouncing Links can get blanked fairly easily. So I'm not sure if I want to go all in on Pouncing Links. Where, like, generally if you had, like, say 2 cards that were very close, and then you could, like, take cards in the future that were better with one card than the other. So, for example, the combat trick that puts a +1/+1 counter onto a creature isn't as good with Pouncing Links, because Pouncing Links already has First Strike. Whereas, I don't know, War Screecher is better with, I don't know, there's, like, that card, in particular, Battlefield Promotion, I think. At this point, I think I want to, and then there's, like, obviously the Narset is a consideration, but probably not going to be taking the Narset. I think at this point, I'm going to just take a, Jeez. Let's just take the Pouncing Lynx. I think they're close, and I just want to maybe see if I can build around it. There we go. Teo's Light Shield is the type of card I was talking about. If you have a card like Teo's Light Shield, it works much better with a Pouncing Lynx, because the Pouncing Lynx has first strike on your turn, so it's just a little bit better at attacking. So I think I'm going to take the Teo's Light Shield over the Healy Silverwing. It's a cheaper card, and I'm not playing the Aven Eternal here. I think we're playing green-white at this point. Don't really like Dovin in this type of deck, because if I play Dovin, then they just have a blocker for my Pouncing Lynxes and stuff. So I'm just going to take the Teo here over the 4-drop flyer. The Teo's Light Shield. Okie doke, a Crunch Wrangler. It's always good to have 2-drops, and this is a pretty solid 2-drop. It doesn't look like I'm going to really be a ramp deck, so I don't really need the New Horizons, and then I'm not really looking for the Charmed Stray Life this time around. Crunch Wrangler is a pretty decent pickup, though. And now I can take a Snare Spinner, more for the sideboard in case there's some problematic flyers. Not really a fan of the Arboreal Grazer. Sorry. I think I'm just going to take a No Escape in case I end up opening like a blue bomb. Wow, Vivian's Grizzly super late. That's good to keep in mind. And then Steady Aim came back. Steady Aim is actually quite nice with Pouncing Lynx. Okay, so we opened a white bomb rare. That's always nice. This card is incredible. You cast this for like 6 mana. You get 4 2/2s. And it only gets better the more mana you have. So Finale of Glory is incredible. Ajani's Pridemate is also pretty good, especially with Battlefield Promotion. And then Law Rune Enforcers, like probably even better than Ajani's Pridemate in most decks in this format. So I'd definitely take the Finale of Glory, and then follow that I would take the Law Rune Enforcer, and then probably Enforcer Griffin, and then the Ajani's Pridemate, and then the Battlefield Promotion. Battlefield Promotion is still good with Lynx because it gives it a permanent buff. But we're just taking Finale of Glory here. And ouch, this is a Pack 2 on Color Bomb does make for a good day. Thank you so much for the support and the subscription, Slayer KC77, and welcome to the chat. This pack is much worse for us. All of the good cards, like Row's Outburst is great, but it's neither of our colors. Davriel's not our colors. Obnixis is Cruel is not our colors. We're going to have to settle for a Pollen Bright Druid, which is fine. You can put a counter onto a Pouncing Lynx, but overall not really where I want to be, especially second pick. Okie doke. This card is pretty good, but we're not black, so not going to take that. Gideon's Triumph is fine. It can make them sacrifice a blocker or an attacker. I think I just want to take more 2-drops, though. Get the War Screecher here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops now, and you really can never have too many 2-drops. And this is going to make, the more 2-drops I have, the better the like green-white uncommon card I could potentially get will be. I think I'm going to take it over Gideon's Triumph. Gideon's Triumph is just like medium, especially in an aggressive deck. Wow, Bolas' Citadel? No. Unfortunate indeed. None of these cards are my colors. Really, yikes. This pack is not going super well. But generally, I advise against switching colors in pack 2, unless you have a very strong reason to do so. Because in pack 3, you're still getting passed to from the first person, and that first person is going to be giving you the same colors that you were seeing before. What card do I even take from this pack? I guess I'll take Gateway Plaza in case I open a card really worth splashing. Because then I could maybe pick up one of the Rampant Growth things. Not Rampant Growth. What's it called? The enchantment. The 3-mana enchantment that does basically Gift of Paradise. But yeah, I'm going to take the Gateway Plaza here. I'm not really wanting to, I'm not on for that Krovod life right now. That's it. New Horizons. New Horizons. I need to remember that. Yeah, New Horizons is the name of the card. Here we're just going to take another Enforcer Griffin. Overall, these pack, clear, like black is looking real good this pack, but we're just gonna stick with the Enforcer Griffin. Get another 5-drop. We do have as many 5-drops as we really want here, and now another Crunch Wrangler. Definitely happy to see this. We want Bloom Hulk now. Bloom Hulk would be great in this deck because it works really well with Crunch Wrangler. But we don't really need to pick up another 3-drop here. We have 4 3-drops already, so getting more 2-drops is always good. And this is a good 2-drop Crunch Wrangler. Ugh. So, do we want to take a Saheeli Silverwing? Just for that evasion. If we're taking a 4-drop out of this pack, it's not the Sergeant, it would be the Silverwing. We could take a New Horizons in case we open something worth splashing. I think that's going to be a little bit higher upside than the Silverwing. 4-mana 2/3 flyer is just not excellent, and we just want to be playing excellent cards if we can manage that. Yikes. No, we don't really want this, but I guess we'll take it. We're not playing a Loxodon Sergeant. We're not playing Arboreal Grazer. I guess we'll get another New Horizons. The more copies you have, the easier it becomes to splash stuff. And the Crawl Stinger. That's not a horrific card to get. I guess we'll take a Silverwing now. The Crowbot came back. What a surprise. I knew we'd get a Crowbot back. Okay, time for a good pack 3. Well, that's a good pack 3. Hello, Gideon. Welcome to the team. Not gonna lie, we did open pretty good rares for our deck here. Gideon's incredible. Evolution Sage is actually also pretty excellent in this type of deck because we do have some +1/+1 counter themes, but obviously just taking the Gideon here because Gideon is unbelievable. Yeah, not really much else to say there. Band Together is really good removal, especially for green, so definitely taking this here. Other noteworthy cards in the pack, Samet Tyrant Smasher, I'm not a huge fan of. Not a huge fan of. 4-mana Planeswalker, giving your creatures haste is like fine. Druids into Gids into Awakening. Oh yes, easy win. Giving your creatures haste is fine, but like just a pump spell that sits in play doesn't usually get you a ton of value, so I'm not a huge fan of Samet. Sunblade Angel is fine. It does cost 6 though, and it's not super big. I think I might even take a Makeshift Battalion over just to keep my deck aggressive, but Band Together is clearly the pick here. It's just a great removal spell in my colors. Welcome to the stream, Categorical. Thank you so much for the follow and the subscription. I really appreciate it. I think Sunblade's a little bit better than you're giving it credit for. Not me, because Proliferate's a theme. So if you find a way to get a counter onto Sunblade Angel, it wears the counter incredibly well because it's got evasion and lifelink, so it just kind of wins you the game. Vraska Swarm's Eminence is really good. So is Band Together. My deck does kind of need 4 drops. I'm not going to be playing the Crowvod. Probably not going to be playing the Silverwing. I think Vraska is good enough that it's worth taking over a Band Together. Though, thank you, Categorical. I'm so happy that you've enjoyed it, and thank you for your support. Hello, Negative Variants. Welcome. This is close. Do we take the Vraska or do we take the Band Together? Vraska's really good. I think we're just going to take the Vraska. Vraska's excellent, and it's in my colors and all that good stuff. Now we're going to take Giant Growth. Giant Growth is excellent with Pouncing Links. I know I already have my deck uses Teo's Light Shield decently well, but Giant Growth is a really good card to have access to when you have 2 copies of Pouncing Links. This is the type of card that I was mentioning before, because Pouncing Links with this Giant Growth is really good, because First Strike works really well with massive pump spells. War Screecher works a little bit less well with the Giant Growth. And another Crunch Wrangler. Do we already have too many Crunches? We don't have like that many things. Does this trigger Crunch Wrangler? I wonder. We don't have a single way to trigger our Crunch Wrangler. You've got to be kidding me. Where are the Bloom Hulks? Do we want a Ward Scale Crocodile? Probably not. We already have a couple 5s. Let's just take another Crunch Wrangler. Ooh, Jang Yangu. Oh, my main man, Yang. Jang Yangu. Putting counters on creatures. Putting counters or +1/+1 counter battlefield promotion type stuff. Gotta be said, my Crunch Wranglers kind of suck right now. I think Yangu's pretty good. It ramps me up to my bigger stuff. Putting 3 counters for 3 mana is decent. Battlefield promotion might just be better though. Man, let's see. What do we want? Let's just try the Jiang. Putting counters onto my first striking guy seems pretty good. And then Courage and Crisis is the only card in my colors, so I guess we'll take it. We probably won't play it though. Defiant Strike. This is actually excellent with Pouncing Link, so I'm pretty happy to have a Defiant Strike. Not really a huge fan of that Teo Shield Mage Life. It's more of a defensive card, and this deck's pretty aggressive. Steady Aim's alright. Okay, we'll just take the uncommon. It is fated. It is destiny. And we got the Teo thing again. Ward Scale came back. Heck yes. We might just play Ward Scale because we have a couple Crunch Wranglers. Though, to be fair, we're probably going to cut the Crunch Wranglers. Looking at this sideboard, there's not really a card we want to play from the sideboard. Let's look. First things first, obviously. Obviously switching this out. And let's look at our I think Defiant Strike's actually good with a couple Pouncing Lynxes. With only one way to trigger it, Cron Strangler's pretty bad. Probably only want to run one Steady Aim. Probably want to run one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. That's good. So we're running one Cron Strangler. We have probably not going to run the Ward Scale Crocodile. The Ward Scale Crocodile does work pretty nicely with the Gideon. I like the Jiang Yangu. I like the Defiant Strike with the 2 Lynxes. Teo's Light Shield. Teo's Light Shield's a little bit sketchier. Not really the best card. Courage and Crisis is probably not the best card in this deck either. How many cards do we have that put counters on things? We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're not going to play Courage and Crisis. I just don't think that's a very good card anyway. Do we want the Ward Scale Crocodile or the Enforcer Griffin? Or some black removal. Yeah, literally everything kills Sunblade Angel. It's a fine curve topper, though, I think. I think we're going to cut the Saheeli Silverwing and a Ward Scale Crocodile and run it like this. We have 2 Vivian Grizzlies for mana sinks and a Finale of Glory, which isn't really a 2-drop. Maybe we just run 16 lands in this build, but that seems a bit sketchy. Though we do have a Paradise Druid, which also counts as a land. Maybe we want some more. Maybe we do want a Saheeli Silverwing for some more flying. What would we cut though? Over a Teo's Light Shield. Oh man, I think I'm gonna play the Saheeli Silverwing over a Teo's Light Shield. Just make my curve a little bit more expensive, get some stuff flowing. But this deck seems pretty good. Let me know in the comments section down below how many. Wait, did I? Oh, I have multiple Saheeli Silverwings. Should I play both Saheeli Silverwings over the second Light Shield as well? I think I could probably afford to. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, just get those flying. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're watching on YouTube how many wins you think this deck's gonna get. Yeah. If you're in Twitch chat, let me know as well how many wins. I think this deck's gonna get the full 5 win because I'm always overconfident in my deck. Facing off against Zhu Long. Oh yes. We will keep this hand. We do need to hit one of our 2-drops for this hand to be truly great, but as long as it's your turn. You know, those were 2 of our worst draws, not gonna lie, but you know, turn 3 Gideon will save us. It is a nice start. It is a nice start indeed. Oh, Dave Reel, you have no idea what you're dealing with here. Oh, you have no idea. Dave Reel is like literally does nothing here. Oh, yes. Oh, never fear. Dave Reel, Dave Reel, Dave Reel. Completely useless. Literally the worst card I've ever seen in my life. Sucks to be you, opponent. Oh, Spark Reaver. Ho ho ho. Let's pretend that Dave Reel matters. No, let's not. Let's just attack his face. Not going to play Jiang Yangu just so it can get eaten by Spark Reaper. You know, this hand really didn't materialize the way I would have hoped. I guess my lands kind of matter because I have the, like, Glory card. Ho ho, opponent. Opponent. Getting the Secret Vision tech here. He knows what I have. Took my 1 spell. We could have gotten him if we just played our Jiang Yangu. Then he would have had no targets. He would have had no targets, and it would have been excellent. Aw, not cool, bro, him. I mean, oh, yes. The Vivian's Grizzly. Did I already plus Gideon? No, I didn't. Okay, we will give him indestructible. Charge. I mean, if we can keep drawing creatures, we're going to be set. Ho ho, yes. So now we can play this and activate Vivian's Grizzly. Indestructible. Just send it at the face. Oh yes, life is good. Gideon is so disgustingly powerful and limited, and my opponent's mana screwed, so get wrecked, noob. Opponent can eventually just go for the block sacrifice trick with their 1/1. Aw, they hit their second color. How cute. Turn 3 Gideon is good. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Oh, taking action. You know it. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Sweet, sweet value. Unfortunately, things are not the best for Gideon, but... Oh, he just takes it. He just took it for the team there. We will play that like so. Next turn, our Gideon can subtract 6 to destroy my opponent's... Oh, I can't kill his island. That would have been the perfect play. Ah, Kazmina. Gideon can protect the 1/1 as it attacks in for glory. Sure, I'll take 2 damage. I don't care. As I was saying, if you get up to 8 mana with your Vivian's Grizzly. So now we can +1 on this little guy. Give him indestructible. Next. Send him at face and him at Kazmina. And then we don't want to use this until the end step because we don't want to give Dave real value. Oh, this is so good. Oh, sweet, sweet value. Oh, this is so good. Oh, let's go. Our deck doesn't need anything but lands. Considering where we started this game, where we literally just had Gideon. Oh man, Gideon is so good. Gideon the Black Blade, carrying the team to victory. That's what I like to see. Oh man, Gideon is a legend. What a hero. He's the hero we all deserve, but none of us need. Actually, no, that's not how the saying goes. The joy of making 10 land draws good. Oh, you know it, Slayer Casey. Oh, opponent with that Kazmina action. Next turn I can just Alpha Strike with my Pouncing Lynxes too. Oh yes, the bananas that I put in my backpack earlier. Coming in clutch. Wow, opponent's trying to figure out if they're just dead. Keep in mind, my Vivian's Grizzly is going to get turned on. Now it can be used twice. So if I destroy Spark Reaper, attack with everything. Oh yes, life is good. Oh man, let's just get an idea. They have 2 contentious plans. Interesting. Opponent's a little bit salty that they got mana screwed, but keep in mind, I was mana flooded, and mana screw usually beats mana flood. Except in the case where you are wrecking them with your Gideon. Oh gosh, no, not Kaya. Kaya doesn't do anything. Sure, not going to go after the Grizzly. Interesting choice. Wow, both of those pump spells would have been kind of nice. Wow, band together, eh? Okay. I think we have the win here. We kill the Spark Reaper. Kill this thing. No, kill this thing. Attack for lethal. Target of 2 creatures you control. Boom. Boom. Kill this Spark Reaper. Get rid of the army. I'll attack your face. Let's go! Get wrecked, super friends. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. That was good. And life was good. This is the type of matchup I would bring in a Price of Betrayal if it was a card for my deck, like in my colors. Let's bring in Ward Scale Crocodile. It's bigger than everything he has. Doesn't get hit by Kaya. That's not a great reason. Not a huge fan of. Steady Aim's probably fine. Flyer's gonna be. This deck is just well built anyway. Let's just play it like this, I think. The fact that he has a couple 2/3s is a little bit irritating, but I mean, Pouncing Lynx is still just a 2-drop. Oh, Kaya does make Hexproof irrelevant. That would be the opposite of good sideboard planning. Excellent point, Slayer Casey. I would play my word scale. I'd be like, haha, good luck dealing with that one, Kaya. And then he'd just play Kaya, kill it. I'd just read the card and be like, wow, that was a genius sideboard plan. Good thing I decided against it for other reasons. Let me know if this sound of my eating is annoying, but on the draw. I'm going to keep this hand. We can like cycle this Defiant Strike if my opponent plays a 2-drop. We have a couple draws to hit a green source. We have some really good cards. LOL! Opponent is also mana screwed on the 2 colors. Nice. We're in the same boat. Mountain! Oh, plains! Oh, so useless. We're going to still save this Finale of Glory. Oh, man. Okay. Yes, we will target your Flux Channeler. It's a plains! No! Forest me! Oh, yes. This is not the dream. Just an ideal world. Oh my gosh, really? Wow, that was him not wanting to discard to hand size. No! Just give me lands! Last game I couldn't sell a land. I couldn't get rid of a land to save my life. Opponent is mana screwed twice in a row. Oh gosh, they really went all in on this proliferate stuff. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my gosh. This has got to be better than discarding to hand size. Especially because he already used his Callous Dismissal. I just need my opponent to keep missing on their land drops, and then life will be good. If they have any spells, I'm screwed. Oh, yes! Sweet justice. Oh, yes, life is good. Let's play this Paradise Druid so we can get that Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi down next turn. Oh, I'm so excited! Life is good! Oh, life is good. Man, Zhu Long has not been having a good day with his mana draws. I mean, to be fair, neither have we, but, you know, he's had it worse. In this game, at least. But soon, all will be over. Vitu-Ghazi is coming, my friend. Vitu-Ghazi is coming for all of us. It is ready. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Vitu-Ghazi, the moving land. Opponent is just like, which card do I discard to hand size? Wait, do these have vigilance? Oh, they do. I just basically played Gallant Cavalry. So good. Oh, so good. Gallant Cavalry hype. Opponent concedes! We didn't even get to play Vitu-Ghazi. Well, first victory is in the books. The mana was not there, but Gideon was. Gideon to the rescue. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is what I'm talking about. The pure power of Vitu-Ghazi. Okie doke, Cardan. I shall face you, Cardan. Cardan the Brave. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Potentially turn 3 Gideon. Oh, my goodness. Life is good. Oh, Cardan says hello. Hello to you as well, Cardan. Cardan, my old apprentice. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Paradise Druid lets me cast turn 3 Gideon, regardless of what happens. Oh, yes. Just tap out. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Oh, yes. Or do I just want to get the Vraska down? I kind of want to get the Vraska down. Though, no, Gideon's got to be better. If I get the Vraska down, I get to start using the Gideon to hit with the tokens. Huh. Which is better? Let's just go with the Gideon. It's just so hard for my opponent to answer it. Comes in with 5 loyalty. It's just ticking up every turn. He doesn't have any creatures in play right now. I'm going to have a Death Toucher soon. Whew. Oh, yeah, this was the right play. The right call, shall we say. Let's give my Paradise Druid a Vigilance so that it maintains its hexproof nature. I could have given Lifelink, but I think the fact that he can't kill it is pretty nice. Having a hexproof guy is pretty nice, just in general. Oh, poor opponent. Oh, that's going to work out so incredibly poorly for them. Okay, let's minus this. Play our land. Play our band together. Target these 2 creatures. Target that creature. Plus, on this guy, give him Vigilance. And then play my Crawl Stinger. Yep, things are looking good. Boom! We got the victory. Opponent has a very slow deck. That's exactly what we're built to prey upon. They didn't really see a ton from their deck. Let's just run it back. Maybe the Crocodile... No, the Crocodile doesn't even get past the Ashiok Skulker on his own. Crocodile is just not a very good card in general. Sorry about that. Wow, Gideon is disgusting. Every game we've drawn Gideon, it's just not even been close. Oh no. The hiccups while streaming. Catastrophe strikes. Oh yes! Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. Oh, prepare to face your awakening, opponent. I am Gotham's Awakening. Oh, I am Bane. My Bane voice needs some work, I know. I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone watching at home. My Bane voice definitely needs some work. My little brother's better at Bane voice than I am. It's true. Okay, we do need to hit some lands, but, you know, that will wait. I am Gotham's Reckoning. Ooh, he's playing a third color. Ooh, the splashed Pouncing Lynx. Oh, I approve wholeheartedly, opponent. Let's not attack with our Death Toucher. Trading that for a 2-1 seems kind of bad. A little bit spewy. Let's just play our Silverwing here. Get a little info. Okay, he's drawing a Plains next turn. Oh, yes, we know all of this inside info. Play the Plains, opponent. You know you want to. Yes, yes. My sweet summer child. Now next turn we'll leave back the War Screecher so we can play Vraska. Oh, no. Catastrophe strikes. Or we could just attack with these two. No. No, no. Hello, say yo ho. Pirate's life for me, I guess. Say yo ho. If he attacks this guy over here and tramples over, we're fine trading our 1/1 Death Toucher for it. Like, sure, he killed Vraska, but he traded his 5-drop for our 4-drop, essentially. That just works out well for us mana-wise. We have a lot of good spells in hand. Oh. Not cool, bro. Gotta be said. That was not a cool play. Our flyers are gonna do work here, though. This is Silverwing coming down. Let's get some info. Oh yes, we see all of his land drops before he makes them. Oh, so good. Oh no, what's this do again? Can't be blocked by more than one creature. Well, that's only him right now. We can just kill that. That's gotta be worth it. Perfect. Perfection. We'll hold back our 1/3s in case he does get some stuff that could potentially proliferate. And we'll use our Defiant Strike on his turn. Gotta hit those lands, as they say. Okay. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. Okay. If he'd attacked me just for the heck of it, that would have been great. Okay, Vitu-Ghazi is probably going to be good here. For now, we're just going to play this Enforcer Griffin. Get another flyer into the air. Oh no, not Jiang Yangu. Oh no, not Yang Yangu. Jiang Yangu is my arch nemesis, my foe, my opponent. He's on my team. He's supposed to be working for me. Okay, Vitu-Ghazi. We shall put 9 counters onto this land. We shall attack face. Pouncing Lynx, taking one for the team here. A true hero of our times. What? How do you beat this card? It's just a 5-mana 9/9 with haste. It's so stupid. Yeah, let's just attack your face for another 9. No big deal. Next turn we're gonna play. This turn we're gonna play all of our Finale for Glory tokens. So we're gonna get 4 more knights, and then next turn we can pump them all up with the War Screecher. Oh, dun, 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 dun. No big deal. Just day in the life. You know, we got our Vitu-Ghazi. We got all sorts of fun guys. Boom! Another victory for the good guys. We just have so many bomb rares. It's just disgusting. It's unbeatable. Vitu-Ghazi, Gideon. Gideon's just hard carrying our team. Every time we draw Gideon, it's just unreal. But Vitu-Ghazi is also disgustingly powerful. It's like, what? We got past that card. The bots do not understand that Vitu-Ghazi is disgustingly powerful. Yeah, and for people that are subscribed to my channel, you know, I was going to do an MTGO draft today because I want to get some drafts with real people in, but MTGO bugged out on me. It won't update properly. Sorry if my chewing is loud. Man, waiting for the opponent to choose to play first. Will not matter. This is a mulligan. We have all expensive cards, not both of our colors, not enough lands. This is a keep, though. We have our Gideon without the lands to cast him. As do we all, Slayer Casey. I mean, it would just be so much nicer. You know, we're just going to go with our vanilla Crunch Wrangler here. No way to buff this guy up. Of course, the opponent has all 3 colors on turn 3, and we don't even have our second color, but you know how it is. Crunch Wrangler, attack! We'll just eat a counterspell if he has one. Sure. Okay, he took the damage from the Gideon. Why would you do that? Just play the Gideon's Triumph. Yeah, it really wouldn't. Oh, no. Oath of Kaya, that was disgusting. Just owned me. Give me a Plains. Oh, yes. 1 Plains away from Gideon. Let's see what they got on top. Oh, they missed a land drop. Oh, never mind. We went first. They're not missing land drops. I always forget that. I always forget what. No, they did go first. Bond of Insight. No, my Plains! Okay, Crushing Descent and Gideon's Triumph. Give me Plains. Oh, Vitu-Ghazi, my hero. So we will play Vitu-Ghazi here. Onto this land. And then just have to make sure we don't walk into Gideon's Triumph with it. Give me Plains. No! Dovin, you monster. Oh my gosh. Oh, we could have... If we had put this onto the Plains, which was obviously a mistake, we could have tapped it for white, untapped it, played our Gideon. As it is, we will have to make do with what we have. Sure. Sure. Not even worth attacking Dovin at this point. Sure. Planes! We're going to kill it so we can't proliferate onto it. There's a decent amount of proliferate. I am very sad that we do not have a planes to cast our Gideon Blackblade. Because Gideon Blackblade is great. Oh, sad day. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Aw, your Wall of Runes. Why is he splashing Wall of Runes is the question. Unless he's playing straight Esper. He put it on top. That's not a good sign. Giveth me the planes of which I need. Well, that's unfortunate. The old double Gideon's Triumph strategy. Well, now if we draw a planes, we can still use our pouncing lynxes, so he can't. Well, he doesn't have another Gideon's Triumph. Oh, man. There goes V2 Gazi. Here's the plane. Oh, no, still not a planes. That's terrifying. Really bad. What? How do we still not have a planes? You've got to be kidding me. This is actually unreal. We've drawn... Oh my gosh, he's gonna beat us because we can't draw planes to save. There's a planes. Jesus. Go for it. Try to crush Descent. Oh, come on! No! Oh, no. You've got to be kidding me. This game is such a sham. This is such a fake game right now. This isn't actually happening. This guy has just... Oh my gosh. Sure. Attack face. That's fine. What? He just has all the counters. I'm so confused. Okay. Let's see what he draws. Of course he drew a Teo to make chump blockers that just completely line up perfect. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Could you just whiff for once in your life? Have a bad draw step? Opponent went full control. Opponent just drew, like, just has a ton of counters, which is unfortunate. Meanwhile, I couldn't draw a second planes. Doesn't sound like that much to ask. Vivian's Grizzly. Whiffed. It's a forest anyway. Oh, there's the plains. That's what I like to see. Life is not looking good for us here. could still just make 6 tokens, and that'd be great. If only it had first strike on my turn. Did we mill the... No, we didn't. We still have it in our deck. Okay, let's go. You've got to be kidding me. Now I can't find anything but planes. Oh, man. Good game. What did you draw? What could you possibly have drawn? He clearly does not anticipate me having a card that makes me 8 2/2s. Oh yes, Jiang Wengu. Welcome to the squad. Okay. So we are literally dead unless we find a way to gain life. Do we even have a way to gain life is the question. Oh, man. Oh, okay, GG. And when I say GG, I mean in the loosest possible sense of the word. Ouch, that was painful. That was so ridiculously painful. Okay, so he has a ton of counter spells. So we don't really want to have too many expensive cards. He also has a bunch of O3s and O4s. So just generic 2/1s aren't the greatest. Which kind of is our deck, but, you know. Ward Scale Crocodile is going to be good in this matchup. I'm feeling it. Steady Aim, probably not great, but... So we'll cut that. You know, not going to lie, that game was frustrating. Chronicus got away with one there. If we could have cast our Gideon before turn 8. Ugh, the pain. This is a hand. This is a good hand. We have both colors. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, you mulligan, Chronicus. You should mulligan. Lead with the planes. Let him know we have it. Assert our dominance. You know how it is. Asserting dominance. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We can cast all of our spells. Our opponent has no idea what's about to hit him. The Grizzly. It's Grizzly time. That's what I say. It's my favorite word. Oh, Dovin. Oh, sweet, sweet Dovin. Wow. Our Saheeli's thing costs 1 more, but our Vraska doesn't. Get wrecked, noob. Get on my level. You know that my 1/1 can kill your Dovin in 1 swing. With 1 swing of the bat. I like how my Silverwing costs 1 more. Flavor win. Dovin, like, controls Saheeli's inventions. The flavor. Davriel. 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 Get rid of that forest. Sure, Dovin. Anything for you. Get destroyed, Davriel. Opponent is not mana screwed. We don't know that. Okay, get that Paradise Druid down, get the Pouncing Links down, and then hold this Plains in case he has like another Davriel type effect. Good luck with this one, opponent. Sure. We are going to play our lands out. Oh, yes. Get destroyed. Dovin. Haha, we now know about the Dovin's veto. Have fun with that one, opponent. It's not a land. That's what I'm going to say. Boom! And victory is ours! Get mana screwed. Justice. Okay. Okay, let's cut Defiant Strike for a Teo's Light Shield, maybe. No, that doesn't sound as good. Let's just go for it. Let's just get him. Turn 3 Gideon on the play. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, we're going to be on the draw, but turn 3 Gideon. Come on, you can do it, Gideon. I summon the Gideon Blackblade. Like a Yu-Gi-Oh! I've got the little disc thing on my arm. You probably can't see that in the face cam, but I'm not actually wearing it, but I'm pantomiming. Good word, pantomiming. But like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was kind of cool. The way it worked. Oh yes, we have our finale of glory. 3-drop, 4-drop on the draw. Oh, the perfect curve out. Oh, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Oh my gosh, this is unbeatable. Our opponent can't handle the curve out. Heart of the cards. Oh, you know it. The cards have hearts. Oh, V2 Ghazi, my hero. My hero. Ah yes, that 2-mana 2/2. Oh, we have all the planes we need. We can't cast V2 Ghazi now. Oh, 3 mana on third land on turn 3. What is this madness? We'll let him get a counter out. I mean, we don't really care here. Sure. I mean, he only has one counter that counters that, and it's no escape. And he probably wouldn't just play a Dave Reel out or something. Put it on top. Of course he did. This is crafty man. Well, we're going to wait on the Gideon. Keep baiting out counter magic. Like Dovin's veto could get it. Haha, we have baited him out successfully. We have all 3 of our good cards in hand. We should be able to get this game. Oh, yes! Gideon is in play, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, sweet, sweet Gideon. My hero. Let's give it indestructible. Attack Kasmina. Which essentially makes Kasmina useless. So this is like killing a 2/2. And then this guy can hold back on defense and block his guys. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have a pump spell. One can hope. Jiang Wangu. Let's clear the way for our Awakening of V2 Ghazi. Okay, perfect. I givest thee the gift of vigilance. No proliferate shenanigans for you, buddy. I think this might have been the guy that had 2 contentious plans, though that might have been a different opponent. I get them confused sometimes. Oath of Kaya. Does this do damage to any target? Oh, it does. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. Give me a plains. I mean, not a plains. Anything but a plains. I meant forest, but, you know. Can't always get what you want. That would not be fair. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to get what you want. No blue mana up, but that means you can't have counter magic. What type of deck are you if you don't have counter magic? That's my motto. Okay. Whew. Wow, that was bad. Probably should have played around that a little bit, but at least I got it out of his hand so my V2 Gazi can do good work. At least I hope it can do good work. He only has one counter spell left, and it's the one that counters unless I pay 2. Okay, now he can't have it up. Unless he has a second Dovin's Veto, which would really steam my whistle. Or another Gideon's Reproach, or whatever it's called. Let's just hope for the best. Cancel. Green, green, white, white, white. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, you can't tap it with your Law Rune Enforcer. If we play around Gideon's Triumph, we give him way more value than if he actually has it. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. No! We are playing Draft Sefeyevan. It can still tap for mana. Oh, he's attacking? Bold strategy, Cotton. Oh, yes. Oh, is he just dead? Sefeyevan. Let's just lull him into a false sense of security. Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted it to, but, you know. I wanted him to not block at all, but we're still going to make 3 tokens here. Oh, it costs more. Can this not match? Okay, so we can only make 2 tokens, but that's still good enough to do. What? 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 No! He had Dovin's Veto? What is this madness? Oh, please attack me with Sky Theater's Thrix. Oh my gosh. Yes! No. Rats. No attacks. Okay. He has the top deck. Oh, please. You've got... Oh, thank... Yes! We got him! Oh, take that, Chronicus. Take that. I am not a fan of the new Dovin. He's annoying as heck. Oh, come on. Oh, come. You're saying you don't want V2 Gazi to come and be your justice? He'll just block 100%. Oh, man. Enforcer Griffin, just get it done. Oh, this is so brutal. Wow, I like how... What? What? For those who don't know, Twitch chat just tried to auto-mod the word annoying. So, not sure what that's about, but, you know, Twitch chat does Twitch chat things. Twitch chat does what Twitch chat will. Okay, let's send with the aerial unit. The word annoying is deemed too vile to even consider. Okay. Farewell. I guess the Crawl Stinger can go. Oh, he's triple blocking. Nice. Get wrecked. Get on my level, son. Boom! The victory was so sweet. Ho ho, let's go. Another win for the good guys. Hoo-hoo. I see. I was gonna be so mad if we lost that game because of that game one. That was brutal, but we got there. Up to 3 wins. Let's keep the victory train rolling. Crushing our enemies, as the saying goes. Our foes cannot possibly stand in our way. Serakum. Serak M. Face my wrath, Serak. Our deck is just great. We're gonna keep, because we have our Paradise Druid, and we have our Finale of Glory. Oh, the Jiang Yangu! Ho ho! You never know when a Jiang Yangu is coming. 3-0, I know. Whoa, he's playing Emergence Zone. This is a truly worthy opponent. Okay. So let us play a 3-drop. So we will play the Crawl Stinger here, and then pass. And then next turn we can play Jiang Yangu and a Cronch Wrangler. And get that counter on the Cronch Wrangler so we can start ramping up for our Finale of Glory. It's going to be great. We're probably going to just trade these off. Oh yes, opponent is going to give us time to cast the full X = 10 on our Finale of Glory. Oh, you think I won't trade? You think... Actually, I'm just taking the damage. What am I thinking? I do not need to trade there. Okay, let's go. First, we're going to attack Teo. Just essentially kill a 0/3 wall. Perfect. Then we will go Cronch Wrangler. Jiang Yangu. Put the counter onto the Wrangler. Essentially, we're going to try and make the 0/3 walls useless. And next turn, we're going to cast a Finale of Glory for 6. If we can. That's a fine trade for us. Not great use of Jiang Yangu, but you know, you live and you learn. Opponent did not see this coming. They were just living their life, having an ordinary day. And then out of nowhere, boom! 5 2/2s. They didn't even see the colors coming. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And now we shall Awakening. Who even needs... Oh, yes. We're going to make this into a 4/4. Just so it can't be, like, single blocked by this guy. Aw, you conceded! That's so sad. He was also mana screwed, but, you know. Such is life when you play Teo Shield Mage in your deck. Makes Cronch Wrangler a decent amount worse, so let's take out the Cronch man. Let's bring in the... Yeah, that was only turn 5. Yeah, pretty impressive stuff. Let's bring in the Light Shield. Do we want Light Shield? Or do we want the Crocodile? Let's bring in the Croc. Maybe Light Shield would have been better so our Pouncing Lynxes could attack past Teo tokens. The more I think about it, that would probably have been better. Hard to get a sense of my opponent's deck. Oh, another Finale of Glory. The true glory. Oh, yes. Finale of Glory is so good. Oh, man. I'm not sure which card I should use for the thumbnail on this YouTube video. Finale of Glory, probably Gideon. Oh, yes, we drew him. Speak of the Gideon, and he shall come. If you build it, he will come. Oh, yes, thank you, Paradise Druid. I did need you to make sure I could cast this Gideon. This exceedingly powerful Planeswalker. Planeswalker. Skywalker. Ah, the Walker of the Skies is here. If I play Gideon, he goes up to 5 loyalty. Then goes down to 2 loyalty. Let's just wait a second. I am having fun with the new set. It has been enjoyable so far. Ideally, I would draw a Plains on this next turn. There you go. We'll play the Gideon now. Up to 1 target creature gains. Let's give him Vigilance. Haha. Take that, you irksome foe. 'Tis a manxome, 'twas Brilligand the slithy toves, as the Jabberwocky poem goes. I actually have that entire poem memorized. Humble brag. Not even humble brag, that's just straight up bragging, but you know. Did Gyre and Gimble in the wabe, all mimsy where the Bora groves and the Momraths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the claws that bite, the jaws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the fruminous Bandersnatch. Ah, that's a little bit less fortunate. Blockers, block here, block. Unfortunate that my Gideon is dead now, but he did like kind of 2-for-1 himself for that. Oh man. Okay. Do I wait a turn? Probably not. It's gonna be 4 tokens, and 4 tokens is probably good enough when he's mana screwed. Beware the Jubjub bird and shun the fruminous Bandersnatch. Jabberwocky's actually by Lewis Carroll. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the manxome foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And while in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as he came. 1-2, 1-2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumping back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Callooh he chortled in his joy. So not the Sith Lord. I do not believe that the Sith Lord was a Jabberwock. Okay, things are looking up here. He's mana screwed. We've got 5 creatures in play. I'm liking our odds. How do I remember that? Oh, I memorized it when I was a kid. Me and my brothers, we would just memorize poems like that for fun. It was kind of like a thing. My big brother memorized it, so I had to memorize it. There's another one that I kind of wish I had memorized, which is the Walrus and the Carpenter or something like that by Lewis Carroll. I guess we're going undefeated on round 5. The Walrus and the I think it's the Walrus and the Carpenter. Let's see. we can just look it up. This is the type of thing that you get when you're on Twitch live. The Walrus and the Carpenter. It is the Walrus and the Carpenter. So I remember the name at least. Haha. The sun was shining on the sea. Okay, I'll pull it up on the side so I don't obstruct the view of the game. For all you folks that actually care about magic here. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night. Lewis Carroll is so good. We're going to play first. And we're going to keep this hand. This hand is unbelievable. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. Just going to play the Crunch Wrangler. The sea was wet as wet could be. The sands were dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. Okay, opponent's playing a black deck. Just going to play Gideon Man out. You can kill it, sure. Sure thing, buddy. We don't really want to use our steady aim on that. We'd rather just deploy our creature. The Walrus and the Carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this were only cleared away, they said, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose, the Walrus said, that they could get it clear? I doubt it, said the Carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. Okie doke, so we're just going to use our Grizzly this turn. Not going to attack. Gonna wait on this guy for a little bit. Oh, man. Not gonna lie, I'm enjoying reading this poem. It's a silly one, for sure. Okay, Herald of the Red Horde is fine. You can call me father. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, we don't really need that force anyway. Okay, that's better. Let's actually just... Yeah, we'll play our creature. Never mind. I doubt it, said the Carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. No attacks. And a turn. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the Walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk, along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each. Like walking hand in hand. The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. Okay, we're just going to take the hit. This guy's much better as an attacker because he can attack into Crawl Stinger. Opponent's kind of been curving out nicely here. Oh, Ward Scale Crocodile, sure. Okay, this is the turn to cast it, I think. Get 4 2/2s. And then we can just start using Vivian's Grizzly. But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet. 4 oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more, and more, and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. I'm glad you are enjoying the YouTube channel. You can call me father. And yes, Seffi Yvonne. It was in Alice in Wonderland. That's Lewis Carroll wrote Alice in Wonderland, so no blocks. So that's where it came from. I'm just reading it because I'm enjoying it. The Walrus and the Carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. Oh, and this is the famous part. I'll read the famous part after I wreck my opponent here. So play the land, go to attacks, all of them attack. Except this guy. And steady aim is just going to do so much work. No matter what he blocks with this Ward Scale Crocodile, steady aim just destroys him. Here's the famous part. This is the most famous part of the entire poem. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat. For some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that. He does eat them. It is brutal. But we're getting to that. Don't worry. Oh, he just takes the damage. I like it. That's good for me. We're going to develop our future threat. See what he's drawing. He's drawing a swamp. No! Don't worry. We're getting to that part. A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't worry. Oh, gosh, Kaya, that's not good for me. He's probably going to kill my grizzly. The grizzly man. The grizzle. Oh, no, he just doesn't go for the grizzly. Interesting. But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view? Oh, I don't like what's coming for the oysters here. My turn. Let's go. Oh, that's such a good draw. Attack face. Hold back the grizzles. I think we're not going to play this flyer because he'll just kill it with Kaya. So this turn we'll just use our... Grizzly. It was so kind of you to come, and you are very nice. The carpenter said nothing, but cut us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice. Oh man, this poem is so quality. Quality stuff, I must say. I like how my opponent doesn't even consider blocking. Okay. Sure thing, buddy. We're going to double block. Actually, we don't care about it. We'll just let it attack us. We playing a go wide deck? Not really. We just have this one copy of this card. Oh, yes, we will take action. That's a great one to draw. Okay. No attacks. Not this turn. This turn, we're going to play our 2 creatures. Make the board a little bit wider, and then get him. I'm finishing off this poem. It's a good poem. It's educating the chat and all of YouTube onto this beauty of this poem. The magnificence of this poem. Oh man, we can use our War Screecher. It seems a shame. Oh no, we can't. Okay. Vraska's finisher. Okay, sure. Let's just attack with these 2 guys. Either that or we can attack with everyone and then activate the War Screecher. Yeah, I like that better. Not going to attack with War Screecher. And I have the steady aim as well. So yeah, he has no good blocks here. It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick. After we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. The carpenter said nothing, but the butter is spread too thick. So really, the carpenter is kind of just a jerk here. I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears he sorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. Oh, oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But answer came there none. And this was scarcely odd, because they'd eaten every one. Yep, so that is the tale of the walrus and the carpenter. Is this lethal? No, it's not. No, it is not. Boom. We put him to 2 life points. And yeah. What does the poem teach us, Sephi Yevon? It teaches us not to trust things that might eat us. So, for example, the corollary story is the story of Domri Raid and NicolaiBolas, where Domri Raid trusted NicolaiBolas, and then NicolaiBolas ate him, essentially. Domri was like, you seem so wise and nice and cool. And NicolaiBolas nodded his head, and then Domri was like, and then I was destroyed. Okay. This is 8 damage. Let's just use our steady aim now. Boom, we got the W. No need to lose to double giant growth. Okay. Not gonna lie, that was not my most analytical game because I was reading poetry, but definitely not siding in the ward scale crocodile, I must say. Yeah, let's just run it back. The poem's just a good poem. I just enjoy that poem. I'm sure someone in the YouTube comments is going to be like, what? Why did he just read us a poem for like 10 minutes? But like, you know, sometimes you just got to read poems if you are in the mood for poetry. And I wanted to share it with all of Twitch chat. I don't have that one memorized, but, you know, that one's much longer than the Jabberwocky, and it doesn't have as many nonsense words in it, like brillig. But yeah, hopefully someone enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, we have a Finale of Glory again. Okay, let's just focus so we can get this 5-0, and then we'll be... oh man, he's got a Dread Malkin. Dread Malkin. Too bad Dread Malkin does not match up well against the Lynx. The Lynx of Fury. Wow, he's on a roll. Let's play our Paradise Druid. Get that sweet, sweet mana flowing so we can get our 2/3 out. Start blocking all of the folks. No blocks. Thank goodness. The Silverwing is down. I repeat, Silverwing in action. Hybrid MTG lit channel. Oh man, I'm sure that would go down well with the viewers if I just was reading poems for a whole video. Oh man, hopefully I don't get like copyrighted. I'm sure, I mean, there's no way, right? I mean, Lewis Carroll's from a long time ago. Oh no, it's Mowu. It is Mowu. The companion to Jiang Yangu. Why would you tap me out of green like that? Let's play the Pouncing Lynx. No. Let us play the Jiang Yangu. And then minus it to put a counter onto our Silverwing. And then force his Dreadmalkin to eat something, maybe. That, or we could just play Pouncing Lynx, but yeah, that seems bad. No attacks. Either his Dreadmaul can eat something and he wastes his turn, or he sacrifices his Mowu. Either of which is pretty decent for me. I am glad you enjoyed it, Sefi Yvonne. Thank you for the support. We're just going to wrap up this 5 wins. Oh, he does sacrifice. With a sacrifice. With a hammer. Oh, we have to start attacking or this Dreadmulkin is just going to get out of control. It kind of has its own, almost a 3-turn clock, and at some point we will maybe ambush it. Oh no. His Jiang Yangu is so much better than my Jiang Yangu, because it makes his guy into a 5-5. Not good. Not good indeed. Not good at all. No blocks. This is not going well. So we shall kill Jiang Yangu. And then make 4 2/2s and hope that's good enough. It probably will be. Because this is just disgustingly powerful. Because we can like triple block this, triple block this. Sure. He Sorin Thirsts 1. Once we have our steady aim up, I'll feel a lot safer about this, because then we can start attacking him. So if he attacks with Dreadmulkin only, we can like block it with everything. You can only kill 2 of them. So we'll block with our Sahili Silverwing and 2 2/2s. The time has come. But yeah, poetry hype, as they say. We're going to tap out of our green mana again this turn to get our Death Toucher into play. So we aren't going to attack with our Silverwing. We still have him on a 3-turn clock after this, regardless. The time has come to face your destiny. Eternal Taskmaster can get back Lazotep Reaver. That would be bad for me. If I attack with everything here, I don't have enough power to threaten him. Seriously, this is 6. Kind of have enough to threaten him a little bit. But he just... How does he block? He'll block onto this guy here. He'll block here, and then he'll take 2, 4, 6, 12, and be dead next turn. But then am I dead? I would steady aim this guy. Block there. I would lose one of my tokens. And I would lose probably 2 of my tokens. So I would block here, and then I would die to this thing. Yeah, we're just going to attack for 6. Oh, perfect. Jiang Yangu. What's he drawing? Okay, just a swamp. We're safe. Safe at home. Okay, do we block it and try to kill it, or do we go for an alpha attack here? What cards have surprised me most? So he's going to have 4 blockers, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ground attackers. So I'm only going to be able to get through 2 on the ground. But this is 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 on the ground, 11. So if I just block like this, is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He can block 3 of the ground creatures, 4 of the ground creatures. So I'll get through 2 on the ground, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is lethal. Unless his last card is like a Sorin's Thirst, which wouldn't do it. Perfect. And that just makes it... No, we don't want that, because that doesn't make it official. Actually, that technically does make it official, but so does this. So he's blocking all 3 of those. This guy's getting through. So let's steady aim our Griffin. Boom! Exact damage. We calculated that precisely. And that, my friends, is how you get to a 5-0 victory. Say, if you did make it this far into the video and you're watching this on YouTube, you have made it to the end of the video, say hashtag Gideon Carry in the comments section down below to represent how in the earlier rounds Gideon kind of just put us on his shoulders and carried us to victory. So Gideon Carry is the phrase for the YouTube comments. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. Remember to hit that thumbs up if you want to see a written draft analysis. Be sure to check out my Twitch stream if you want to catch the action live, twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. Leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Let's see our prizes. All of the beautiful prizes. If you did make a guess on your prediction on how many wins the deck would get, then how fitting. Then hopefully you had a pretty good guess. We'll have to see. Ooh, that's a sweet one. Not very good, I don't think, but it's sweet. Narcissus is one of my favorite planeswalkers because that was the first planeswalker I ever opened. That's a little bit of trivia. Oh, the wild cards. Oh, things are just flowing nicely. Ooh, Mobilized District. It is going to be going up onto YouTube either tomorrow or the day after. You Can Call Me Father, so exciting stuff. And if you have no idea what this YouTube thing I'm talking about is, you can find it there. That's my YouTube channel for all of you folks in Twitch chat. Oh, Karn, I love Karn. But yes, that is going to do it for this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.